today. Looks like you're keen. Is it raining where you are? Or is it nice and sunny? I'm just waiting a few minutes. So just while we're waiting, I had a bit of a problem with my camera dying halfway through filming, so I've edited it. Oh, it's grey and cold here. So in the editing, I've actually zoomed in because this one is a bit, it's not tricky, but if you let your left brain get involved, it might be tricky. So remember to just focus on lines and shapes. Just copy the shapes and lines and angles that I'm doing. Don't let your brain overthink it. But I have zoomed in so you can see a bit more detail because I've edited it. Let me know what you think of that, whether you like that because you can see close-up bits, or if you don't like it, I'd appreciate that feedback. Just a few minutes. I've moved around my studio a bit. I've closed my teaching studio. So I am jam-packed full of stuff. It's a good job you can't see over there. So I think we will start now. Any feedback, let me know in the comments. And I hope you enjoy it. We are going to put some working lines in first. So working lines are lines that we are going to rub out afterwards. I'm going to do one. I'm going to do mine a bit harder so you can see, but if you do them really lightly. And two. So just roughly, it doesn't really matter what size. Halfway. A little bit more to this side here. You can use your pencil to double check. So if I use my thumb, I've got that measurement. Maybe it's a bit lower. Okay. I can feel that sneeze going. And so 1, 2, 3 lines. This one in the middle. And we're going to do the same. So about there, you can double check. That's about in the middle. And over here, about here. So we end up with 5 lines. Like that. Okay. It doesn't matter where they are on the piece of paper. I've just kind of moved it over there so you can see what I'm going to do next. So, I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. Okay, in between this one and this one, we're going to do a line here. Very lightly. And then this is going to have an angle down. And an angle down. We're then going to put a line here. Kind of slightly curved. And then that line is going to come there. And then about here, we're going to do another line here and here. Okay. Now, from this line, you're going to come up and you're going to curve. A little curve there. And then where this line was, we're coming over and we're going up and then we're curving up. That way slightly. It sounds trickier today. It's going to be fun. Okay. Now we are going to come from this line. We're going to come over a little bit and up to here. We're just going to do a little kind of curve shape. And then let me draw this line and then we're going to come over, up. We're going to join there. It looks a bit like a dog sideways. Let you catch up. And then we're going to come this point here. And then this point here. We're going to come up like a dome shape. Maybe a little point on the top. Like that. Now, coming back to this line here, we're going to do another line. So this is slightly angled, ever so slightly, like that. And over here, we're going to come back to that line. We're going to come down. We're going to do not a full line, but a line to there. Then we're going to angle the line in a little bit. And then we're going to do another line that curves that way and then down. Tricky. Okay, we can double check this on your drawing. So we're going to do another angle. So we've got this line here. This is going to come back down there. Then we're going to carry this on. We're going to curve it there. We're going to run parallel with this line to that point. And we're going to curve and then come back in. And just join. There's a little bit of a curve here. There. And then we've got little line here. And then where this point is, here, we're going to do slightly curved line there. Line, excuse me, it's going to then join up over here. But it's going to curve down and go straight down there. Now we're going to carry on this line to this point. So I'm looking at this distance here. We're going to curve right, so it kind of tapers. And then it's going to come down there. Do you know what it is here? So if we just go back up here, this is going to come down in a little bit and then out a bit. Like that. Okay, now while we're up here, we're going to rub these out slightly, just make them kind of a white band. And same with this one. If you don't have any pen, just do another line. Like that. Now we're going to come from this kind of curved point we did there. We're going to come that way and over. Like that. It's kind of got, let me shade it in, it'll be a lot easier for you to see. Let me know if I do the other half. So we're coming over here. Like this, and we're going to shape this in. There's a lot more detail in here, but because of our time, I just wanted you to see how we draw things like this. While we're here, we will shade in this too. Like that. And then I'm going to go darker. Here. I'm going to go darker here. And darker here. Kind of leaving lighter bits there. I'll just give you a minute. Dark shade in here. And then kind of darker on the outside. And then some darker bits. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a darker line here. Bit of movement in there. Okay. Now we're going to come here. We're slightly curving, and you can break these kind of lines up. Don't feel like you have to always do kind of a solid. So these will be darker, kind of at the edges. And this is a bit like when we've done pots or their kind of curve to give a shape. And we'll do a little bit of shading, light shading, kind of that side and that side, but quite light. Okay. We're also going to do some shading here and underneath here to there. And then we're going to do a curve there. We're going to do shading here. Let me go up a little bit. Confusing. Now we're going to do slightly darker on this side, but not too dark. There. And then darker along this edge. Down to another curve. And then darker on here. Okay, we're coming back to this middle line. And we're going to do, it kind of goes, comes out. I know. Now, let's just look at this line. So that's above that line. So just double check that, rub it out, change it if it's not. And then if we pull that line across, okay, so we're coming to this point. We are going to curve round and then back. I'm not going to make this really detailed. I'm just going to have it like that shape. And we're going to shade in kind of more around here. Now we're going to come out from here, and out from here. We're looking at where this line is here. And we're going to do, come up to about this point. And we're going to bring that line. Okay. Now, where this line is, we're going to come up, curve, we're going to curve this. It kind of comes round and then curves. Like that. And this is going to come up, down. We're going to join it up with that bit, shape that in. We're going to drop down slightly, come across. And we have another line. This is going to come from here slightly out, so there's a bit of shape. And then another that kind of comes from there to there. And then we're going to curve here. Where that thing is. And then curve line there. Another line that comes kind of down, and then a bit of a curve. Again, we're not going to do really detailed because we haven't got time. Okay, where this edge is here, we're going to come down. And then there's a line. And it curves slightly there. And then where this line is, we're going to get the other way slightly to here and to there. And we're going to shade all that shape in. And just the side of my pencil. And kidney dinner out with a rubber. Like that. And then over on this side, where we had that dark bit coming down, we're going to come out at an angle. So this is going to come, and then it's going to curve back on itself. Like that. And then here, it's going to curve, and then down. Slightly. All coming back out again. And this is going to have a shaded section here. And here. I'm going to do a little curve there. And I'm going to do a big dark shape. I'm actually just shading instead of drawing an outline. That goes along there. Shading on this side, and leaving a gap. There's the light gap there. Down, and we will shade all that in. And then a few little lines. Yeah. Really trying to simplify, because I want you to know that, obviously know it's a person, that when we're drawing, I'm just going to make that darker, it doesn't actually matter. I can always use a rubber to make them smaller. It doesn't actually matter what we're drawing, whether it's an animal or person. It's still all these shapes that join together. It's a little lighter and a bit there. Maybe some lines like that. And then I think we just have a few minutes. We're just going to do some quick shading. So not as dark. I do it and then I can give you a few minutes. So it's kind of all of this. And bits of this. Most of that is shaded. And that joins with that bit. There's a shaded bit here. This is mainly all shaded. No, I've got a couple more lines there. Just on that side. I'm just going to shade this shape here. Another shape here. And I think there's another couple of lines here. Like that. Maybe make that a bit wider there. I think we'll leave it like that. I'm just doing it really simply. If we have more time, then you can rub out your working lines. And then hopefully put in more shading. I don't know what time it is now. Like that. Just leave it like that. Okay, so I hope you go with that okay. Let me know if you didn't. You know, we could do lots more shading and stuff. I just wanted you to see about the shapes and that it look like people. Drawing people, sorry, is like drawing anything else. It's just shapes and angles. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it and I will speak to you soon. Bye. Hi everyone, me again. We've got a couple more minutes. If you're free, how did you find that? Was it too difficult? And also, did you like me zooming in on the details? Just wanted to have some feedback so I know for next time. If you enjoyed it, Elizabeth, brilliant, thank you. The Zoom was like the zooming, but this is tricky. Claire, it was tricky. I'm sorry. I bet yours is much better than you think it is, though. But it's good. It's really good to see that you can draw different things, because a face, a person, a pot of flowers, it's all the same principles. So it's just a case of keep practicing, you getting your eye and looking at those angles. But my lady has a very long dress. That's all right. No one's going to know. No one's going to see the original picture. Okay, I'll do a bit more zooming. Do you have anything you would like to draw in particular while you're there? Any particular subject matters? Faces. Claire, faces are harder than the back of somebody. But yeah, let me have a little think. We could just do like a simple face. Half an hour is also really tricky. Landscapes, flowers. Yeah, I was thinking actually of a landscape. I've got a bit of an idea for that. It's always a good guess what I was drawing till the final shape comes out. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it, not knowing? Okay, brilliant. Yeah, I was thinking of I've got an idea for a landscape that would be fun. Are you all drawing with pencils? Bye, Carmen. Are you all drawing with pencils? Is anyone with pens? If anyone is still there. Pencil, brilliant. Because that will be easier with the landscape thing. Okay. Brilliant. Well, I will hopefully see you in 2 weeks. Fingers. You want to draw finger? Oh, your fingers, or you want to draw fingers and toes are the hardest things ever. Using fingers for shading. One of those little shady things that are really cheap from the works are good, the paper stamps. Okay, lovely to speak to you. I'd love to see your pictures. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Okay, thank you. How do I upload pictures? Oh, I did a Facebook page if you're on Facebook, called CBC. Oh, I can't remember now. It's a private group. I can't remember. I'll talk to Jill about finding there's a link to it. Okay. Thank you. See you soon. Jill, are you there?